And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hi, welcome to the Dice Tower. I'm Melody.
And I'm Tom Vasel, and we are taking a look at Wig Out from Game Right Games. This is a game about wigs. Okay, not really. It's a speed card game. Let's take a look at how it plays, and we'll be right back. Wig Out is made up of a bunch of cards here with people with crazy haircuts, and each of these people here, they even have different names according to the rules. What are their names? We got Alfred and Beatrice and Stevie and Monique and Kitty and Faye. Okay, fine. So anyway, they each have a different color background, and they're very, very distinct, so it's not hard. What you're going to do is you're going to pass out cards to everybody. So in a larger game, everybody will get 5 cards. So I look at my cards and mix them, ooh, I got 2 of the same here. Okay. And everyone has gotten a bunch of cards. Then you'll put the rest of the cards in the middle, and you'll put 2 cards here to start piles. And then on your turn, we say go, and everyone plays at the same time. If you have 2 or more cards of the same type, you can throw those out in the middle in a pile. If there already is one of those piles that are out there, and you happen to have one of the cards that matches it, so let's say you threw out those 2 older gentlemen, I can throw a third one on top of them. Think rummy style, almost in a sense. So once a pile's out on the table, you can add to that pile. Now, if you get to the point where you're looking through your cards and you can't put any of them out on the table and you don't have any matches to put out yourself, well, at that point, then you draw cards from the top of the deck until you do have a set of cards that you can throw out, or you can throw them out on piles that are already made. This will continue until one person gets rid of all the cards in their hand, at which point they say wig out. Every other player must immediately stop and receive 1 point for each card they have in their hand. The object of this game is, like golf, to get the fewest points. Now, it is possible. The rules say that it's rare, but it's happened 3 times in the games that I played, where everybody ends up with the 1 or more cards that they cannot throw out in the middle of the table. They can't match. So let's say it's a 5-player game. There's only 5 of each card in the deck, and each person has one of these guys in their hand. At that point, that round is a tie, and nobody gets any points at all. So you're going to go for 5 rounds. After 5 rounds, whoever has the lowest score is the winner, although you could play like 30 rounds, I suppose, if you want to. And then you'll just reshuffle the deck, deal the cards, and start again. All right, we are back. Wig Out. Yay. Wig Out is a game, it says 2 to 6 players, although not very fun with 2. It's more fun. The more players you have, the better the game will be. I think it will play better with 6 players, more craziness going on. However, with 6 players, it also can be a very quick game because it's very possible for somebody to get rid of all their cards right away.
That happened to me.
Yes, well, yay. But it's also possible for somebody to be putting cards out, for it to take a long time because everyone has that 1 card at the end, which is okay. So, what do you think of this game?
It was really fun. I liked how you had to try to put out the random cards as fast as you could. I found out that the girl with spiky hair usually never really got out.
Okay, that doesn't have anything to do with anything, because, anybody that could have happened too.
Yeah.
But yes, that happened in our games.
The artwork was cool looking, except freaky at the same time.
Cool and freaky?
Yeah.
Weird, I think, is the word I would use for it. The game is basically speed rumming. Ooh, I'm playing these cards as fast as I can and making matches, and it is what it is. You're going to like it or not. The artwork will add to the humor, the fast matching things. It's like a very light version of games like Dutch Blitz or other speed games where you're trying to put cards out. Very simple and easy and can work for kids and adults. So what's your final thoughts?
I like this game.
Okay, I think it's a fine, light game. It's a little too simplistic and easygoing for me. It feels a bit samey after a while, but for its intended audience, which is certainly families, it's one that I'll give credit to. Wig Out. And speaking of which, these are getting hot. So,
and itchy.
Yeah, and itchy. Why do people wear wigs? All right.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at DicetowerNetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Shut the door!
Do, do.